The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by the Lake House Restaurant in Richfield Springs.
Time now for News Talk. Dr. Stephen Cuson's live in the studio. He's here to talk about the flu, treatment, and prevention. And one of the ways to prevent it, of course, the flu shot.
End of October, people aren't going to vote, and they're not going to get their flu shot. But as you said, just a minute.
Yeah, if you didn't register to vote, you're out of luck this year, but you can still get the flu shot.
And you should. Last year was about the worst year in about 80 years. 80,000 people died from the flu.
That's a lot.
45 million got it, 1 million were hospitalized, and 80,000 didn't live. And 10,000 of them were middle-aged people, not just old geezers like me. People die, and kids die, and the shot is safe. People say the flu vaccine gives them flu.
No,
it doesn't.
They've said that for years.
They've said it for a long time. That's part of the reason so few people, relatives, get the shot, because they're afraid of getting the flu, they're afraid of vaccines in general. It's a real shame, because, or they think it's not going to work.
Right. Well, all right, so you do your homework. You read up all the latest information. Where does this, it's so early you can't even tell, but where does this flu vaccine, according to the professionals, where does it rank?
It does the same in every season. Viruses mutate so quickly that this season is a whole different crop of vaccines compared to last year, and they hope they work. But efficacy goes from 15%. Last year it was 40% effective. Most people were not protected from the flu, but even if they get the flu with a vaccine, they're going to be less sick, less likely to be hospitalized. If they are hospitalized, less likely to land up in the intensive care unit. And if they do land up there, they're less likely to die. It's safe, it's a lifesaver, and not enough people do it because it is a public health hazard. Flu's not a cold.
Right.
Flu is a real debilitating illness.
Oh,
it puts you right on your back.
So, what do you say to the people that say, well, doctors are just pushing that because they're making out. They're getting money. I mean, you have no stake in the game.
Right. If all the
You don't have office hours anymore. So you can say officially that that's not one of the reasons why you get this.
Of all the things doctors don't make money on, or not many, this is one of the things doctors don't make money on. I mean, go to Walgreens, go to CVS, get your shot there. It's free if you have insurance, and if you don't have insurance, you go to one of the health clinics. You don't pay.
Yes.
It can be free there. So I think that, you know, it's an important thing to do. Surprisingly few people do, and a lot of people pay a price. Who must do it? Pregnant women must do it. Over 65 must do it. Kids and infants must have it. And there's no excuse. If you don't like needles, they have it without needles. If you don't even want anyone to press on your arm, you can take it as a snuff, as an inhaler. And if you do get it, there is a brand new medication just came out 3 days ago.
I'm going to ask you that. You read my mind. This is a one shot as opposed to the Tamiflu, which you had to take multiple, and there were a lot of side effects for that. Right. This one, less side effects, one dose.
One pill versus Tamiflu, 5 days of medication. And the same money, it's probably $30 to have yourself treated if you're exposed. If you sneeze, those particles come out at 100 miles an hour and they go for 30 feet. So that's why it's easy to get the flu. And if you're high risk and you've been exposed, even if you've been vaccinated, some people would say, get treated.
All right, bottom line, I got 30 seconds left. Best way to prevent it, well, just stay away from those that are sick. But number one, number two, still wash the hands. And soap and water, not necessarily all of the gels that are out there.
That's right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. The gels themselves are a false sense of security where a good, hard, reasonable scrub with soap and water, clean surfaces. And I spend a lot of time in Manhattan. I get on an elevator where people are jowl to jowl. It's pretty frightening. The subways, too. It's just kind of out of luck unless you wear a mask, but that's kind of tacky.
It is a little bit. All right. Good to see you, Doc, as always. Thanks so much for coming. More news coming up right after the break. Stay with us.